Good evening all, welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we're going for a stout of the Imperial variety. Something that is big, punchy, bold and hopefully very tasty. The beer is from a brewery in the US called Evil Twin. And the beer is this one. It's even more pecan pie Jesus. Now the pecan pie bit I get, because it's going to be flavoured with pecans. But Jesus, there's no holes in the can. So I'm yet to get the Jesus bit. But anyway, we're not worried about the name. We're worried about the beer. And let me tell you about it. It's a 1 pint can of Imperial Stout brewed with molasses and pecan extract that's been added. And it says, a few times in the history of craft beer, a highly praised beer rises beyond mortal stardom into a higher godly league. Usually the recipe to make such heavenly drops is thick fudge-like body, pitch black colour, amazingly overwhelming aromas of chocolate, coffee, dark fruit, molasses, pecan extract, and it's obviously only made in limited amounts. People, this is a taste of rare. And it's 12%, according to the can. And it contains... Does it tell us the contents? Oh yes, on the bottom it says water, hops and yeast, barley, nuts. There you go. Water, hops, yeast, barley and nuts. And yeah, the American government warning says, according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. And 2, consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. Well, yes, that's obvious. You drink enough and you're going to be unfit to drive. But enough of that. Let's just talk about the beer. Let's talk about it. 12% Imperial Stout with flavours of pecan. Now, I love pecans, particularly with maple syrup, but never had them in a beer before, so let's crack her open and see what we get. So let's pour. Thick. Black, definitely. Not a lot of head, but who cares about that? Yeah, we've got some now. We've got some head. Look at that. That is dark. That is pitch black, literally. You've got what? Almost 2 fingers of tan head. Can't see through that at all. Look at it. It's black as the ace of spades. Let's just top her off a little bit. It's pint cans. We've got plenty in there. Let's see what we can get from the aromas. Getting the sweet dark fruits. Getting the lots of dark rich malt. Not getting the nut yet, but that could just be in the flavour. Little hint of coffee. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's tasty. It's boozy. I can get the booze. It's thick. It's sweet. The molasses are really obvious here. They've got that sugary, almost coating effect on your mouth. The pecan is there, but it's quite subtle. Huge body on it. Huge body. Booze to the front. A bit of coffee on the finish, not a huge amount. Bit of chocolate. It's very nice. Now I'm drinking this at room temp because I prefer my stouts that way. That allows the flavours to come out. And boy, this has got a lot of flavour. It's quite dry on the finish, I'll say that. It is quite dry. I mean, they make no mention of it being a dry finish. But, yeah. Everything they say. Thick fudge-like body. Yeah, it absolutely is. Pitch black colour. Look at that. It's like a black hole. Nothing is escaping that. Overwhelming aromas of chocolate. Little bit of chocolate. Coffee, yeah. Dark fruit, yes. Molasses. It's quite sweet, yeah, get that. And the pecan, I get that. But the pecan, not in a huge amount, but it's there and it complements the flavours really well. It kind of adds a little bit of balance to the profile. You know, you've got the real sweet from the molasses, you've got the rich, dark, heavy malt and a little bit of coffee that they offer. And the nut just kind of rounds it out. It's quite nice. I like that. And then the obvious booze hit, I'd say 12%. There are beers that can hide it, and there are beers that don't. This is kind of in the middle. It's not hidden completely, but it lets you know it's there. And I'm appreciative of that. I like strong beer to taste strong. And this does. So, yeah. It's going down well. It's really thick. And verging on cloying. But from a beer of this style, you almost expect it and want it. And it's there. In spades and then some. Yeah. Very good. So, as for a score, well, let's tell you what I paid for it. For a 1 pint can, I paid $7.95. It's pretty well priced, in my opinion, for the ABV and the kind of beer you're getting. The fact that it's an import from the US as well kind of makes that quite a bit more impressive. So yeah, would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. I would buy it again. Because it's tasty, it's strong, and it's good value. How much do I like it above that point? It's got a bit of booze. I like that. It's honest. It wears its heart on its sleeve. Gets points from me. It's got thick body from a stout, which again gets points from me. Because some stouts are a little bit on the thin side and kind of you think, well, could just up that a little bit. Give it a little bit of oomph and a bit of something. So yeah, it's got flavour for days, like that nuttiness that actually kind of sits there on the finish. After, I mean, it's dry on the finish, and then that little bit of nut, just there, somewhere in the back of your tongue, you can taste that nut, and it's nice. The sweetness, it's there, almost like a. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not quite candy floss sweet, but there's elements of that level of sweetness going on. But they're short, sharp bursts and it's gone. And then the rich, dark malts and the heaviness from the molasses comes through. So, with that in mind, it's going to get more than a 4. But how much more than a 4? Is it the favourite stout I've ever had? Not quite. Is it one of the best stouts I've ever had? Yeah, it is. So, with that in mind, I mean, just look at that. You kind of swirl it up the glass and it just sits there and eventually comes back down. I like that. That's a nice little touch. I'm going to give it a good solid 4.5 or 4 3/4. 4 3/4, yeah. 4.5 is harsh. It's a little bit better than that. 4 3/4. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, from whichever side of the pond, or indeed whichever part of the planet you're from, this has been Evil Twins. Even more Pecan Pie Jesus. It's good beer. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye.